$1 coin, more popularly known as the quarter, is one of the most recognizable coins in the United States monetary system. It carries a face value of 25 cents, which equals 1/4 of a dollar, and is widely used in everyday transactions. From vending machines to laundromats, parking meters, and retail purchases, the quarter plays a central role in the daily financial activities of millions of Americans. Unlike other denominations that are often overlooked, the quarter has become a backbone of U.S. coinage, with a history stretching back more than 2 centuries. The very first $1 coin was authorized under the Coinage Act of 1792, which established the U.S. Mint and laid out the country's coinage system. In 1796, the first official quarter was struck, known as the draped bust quarter. These early coins were made of silver and featured Lady Liberty on the front, symbolizing freedom and democracy. Only a small number of these early quarters were minted, making them extremely rare and highly valuable to collectors today. Their scarcity and historic importance mark the beginning of the quarter's long journey in American history. Throughout the 19th century, the design of the quarter underwent several changes, each reflecting the artistic and political ideals of its time. The capped bust quarter, issued from 1815 to 1838, showcased a more refined portrait of liberty. Later, the seated liberty quarter was introduced in 1838 and remained in circulation until 1891. This design depicted Lady Liberty sitting on a rock holding a shield and a liberty pole, symbolizing America's strength and independence. These designs were not only monetary tools but also national symbols, expressing the values of the growing republic. As the U.S. economy expanded and the demand for coins increased, the mint continued to refine the quarter's design and composition. In 1892, the Barber quarter, named after its designer Charles E. Barber, replaced the seated Liberty design. The Barber quarter featured the head of Liberty wearing a cap and laurel wreath. This design was minted until 1916 and represented a more modern artistic style for the time. Although not as visually elaborate as previous designs, Barber quarters are now prized collectibles, especially in well-preserved condition. In 1916, the Standing Liberty quarter was introduced, a coin that many consider one of the most beautiful designs in American coinage history. Sculptor Herman A. McNeil created the design, which depicted Lady Liberty standing with a shield in one hand and an olive branch in the other. This symbolized both protection and peace. The design, however, was modified in 1917 due to controversy surrounding Liberty's exposed breast. Despite its short production run until 1930, the Standing Liberty quarter remains a favorite among numismatists for its artistry and symbolism. The most enduring design in quarter history arrived in 1932 with the introduction of the Washington quarter, issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin featured his portrait on the obverse. The reverse side displayed an eagle with outstretched wings. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the Washington quarter became so popular that it remained in use for decades, with only slight modifications over time. This design firmly established the quarter as not just a coin but a piece of American identity, honoring the nation's first president. Originally, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving them intrinsic value beyond their face worth. However, by the mid-20th century, rising silver prices led to a major change. In 1965, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-nickel-clad composition for quarters. The new quarters featured a core of pure copper sandwiched between outer layers of copper-nickel. This made them more durable, less expensive to produce, and resistant to daily wear. Collectors still value pre-1965 silver quarters for their silver content and historical importance. During the late 20th century, the quarter became more than just currency. It turned into a canvas for American history and culture. In 1975 and 1976, special bicentennial quarters were minted to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence. These coins featured a colonial drummer on the reverse, and the dual date, 1776-1976, on the obverse. Millions of these quarters were produced, and though not rare, they remain a beloved piece of American heritage and a reminder of the country's revolutionary beginnings. The most ambitious coin program involving quarters began in 1999 with the launch of the 50 State Quarters Program. For the first time, Every U.S. state was honored with its own unique design on the reverse side of the quarter. The program lasted 10 years, ending in 2008, and produced 50 different designs that celebrated state history, landmarks, culture, and heritage. This program sparked immense public interest and turned ordinary Americans into coin collectors, making it one of the most successful coin initiatives in U.S. history. Following the popularity of the state quarters program, the Mint introduced the The Beautiful Quarters program in 2010. This program continued until 2021 and featured 56 designs, each showcasing a national park or historic site from different states and territories. The detailed artwork on these quarters highlighted America's natural beauty and cultural heritage, further solidifying the quarter's role as both money and miniature artwork. These coins circulated widely, but collectors also sought them out in special mint sets and proof versions. In addition to regular circulation, the U.S. Mint produces collectible versions of quarters in silver and proof finishes for collectors. Proof quarters are struck multiple times with specially polished dies, giving them a mirror-like finish and sharper details. Silver-proof quarters, often issued in sets, are especially popular among collectors, who appreciate both their beauty and precious metal content. These special issues have kept quarters in high demand among numismatists and investors alike. The obverse of the quarter has almost always featured George Washington since 1932, but even this side of the coin has seen subtle updates. In 1999, the design was slightly modified, giving Washington a more detailed and modernized appearance. More recently, in 2022, a new portrait of Washington designed by sculptor Laura Garden Fraser was introduced as part of the American Women Quarters program. This change reflects the Mint's effort to refresh the coin, while honoring historic artistry. The American Women Quarters program, which began in 2022 and runs through 2025, is the latest chapter in the evolution of the quarter. This series honors influential women from American history, including poets, activists, scientists, and leaders. Each year, 5 new designs are released, bringing attention to figures who shaped the nation's cultural and historical landscape. By doing so, the quarter continues to evolve as a coin that not only facilitates commerce but also tells the story of America's people and values. Beyond design, the quarter's size, weight, and composition have made it one of the most practical coins for daily use, measuring 24.26 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams. In its current clad composition, the quarter is large enough to be easily identified but small enough for convenience. Its durability ensures it can withstand decades of circulation. In fact, many quarters remain in use for over 30 years, making them both practical and cost-effective. For the U.S. Mint for collectors, certain quarters hold extraordinary value due to rarity, minting errors, or historical significance. For example, the 1932D and 1932S Washington quarters are highly sought after because of their low mintage. Likewise, error quarters such as double dies, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors carefully study mint marks, strike quality, and variations to identify valuable pieces hidden in everyday circulation. The silver quarters minted before 1965 are also treasured by both collectors and investors because of their precious metal content. Known as junk silver when traded for bullion value, these coins are composed of 90% silver, making them worth several times their face value depending on current silver prices. Many Americans unknowingly still have silver quarters tucked away in old jars, dressers, or piggy banks, not realizing their true worth. This adds to the excitement of coin collecting and searching. Through circulation, quarters also play a significant role in American culture beyond coin collecting. They are often used in popular games like arcade machines, pinball, and slot machines, where a quarter once served as the standard token of play. Similarly, laundromats and payphones traditionally relied on quarters for operation. Although technology has advanced and many machines now accept digital payments, the cultural association of the quarter with such activities remains strong in American memory. The design of the quarter has also sparked debates about representation and symbolism. Each new series of designs brings discussions about which aspects of American history and culture deserve recognition. By including national parks, states, and historical figures, the quarter has evolved into a storytelling device. allowing the U.S. Mint to highlight diversity and unity within the nation. In this way, the quarter functions not just as money, but as a reflection of national identity. Looking ahead, the future of the quarter remains secure, even as digital payments grow, while credit cards, mobile wallets, and electronic transfers dominate many transactions. Coins like the quarter still hold value in everyday situations, where small change is necessary. The U.S. Mint continues to innovate with new designs and collectible programs, ensuring that the quarter stays relevant not only in commerce, but also in American heritage. In conclusion, the United States quarter-dollar coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of history, culture, and national pride. From its earliest silver designs to the modern collectible programs, the quarter has reflected the changing face of America while remaining a vital part of the economy. Its widespread use, artistic beauty, and collectible value make it one of the most important coins in U.S. history. Whether found in a pocket, a coin collection, or a display case, the quarter continues to tell the story of America, one design at a time.